G'day there, Mark the Beta Tech Skian coming to you from Integrate 2024. I'm standing here with Jeff Burch from Harman.
Yes.
Who's product manager of anything with AMX.
That's correct.
We're going with that?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
That works for me.
Yeah. Yep. Mate, great to see you.
Good to see you again.
Again, and thanks for coming back down under.
Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah, well, it's a hard place not to love.
Yeah.
Mate, we are looking at the new range of AV over IP from AMX, the N2600 Series.
The N2600 Series, that's correct.
Yeah, cool, very, fully fleshed out sort of product, isn't it? It seems to be a very functional product that can do sort of anything.
Almost anything, yeah.
Where do we start?
Yeah, so and it's mature at this point. We launched it a little over a year ago, so it's been out on the market for a while.
Right.
It is network AV. We've been doing terrific video quality, 4K 60, 444, super low latency. We've been doing that already.
Yeah.
Our competitors have caught up to us. High resolution, high quality video, low latency, that's table stakes now. That's commodity.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing that, right?
Yeah.
So we've upped our game in different ways to differentiate this N2600 series from everybody else. And we've done that in a few ways, primarily with feature additions.
Right.
So,
you've ticked off, you've got the basic stuff, obviously.
We got the basics.
Yeah,
right.
HDMI, video and audio, you can route independently, do all that sort of stuff. But it's a whole weight, there's more.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've added Dante audio standard, and again, it's one price. You buy the hardware, you get all the features that I'm going to talk about. It's all in. There's no separate license fees. There's nothing else you have to buy.
Right.
That includes Dante. So
really?
Dante audio routing, 2-channel Dante.
Yeah.
Simultaneous PCM audio too, though, so you can route PCM audio someplace where you need that.
Sure. Yep.
And Dante audio. And as long as we're talking Dante, we'll talk Dante AV.
Yeah, no, I saw that here. It's Dante AV. So
Dante AV, yeah.
Now.
So Audinate developed something called Dante AV that was a sort of a proprietary codec at the time, but they've opened that up to support additional codecs in the market, and they've been working with a number of codec suppliers. So Dante AVA is our high-resolution, low-latency latency low transport.
Right.
Supported in the Dante AV space, which means that if you're used to using Dante Manager to route your audio, all of the video streams will also show up in Dante Controller.
Simple.
And you can route all your audio and all your video all in one controller.
So does that mean that if I put not that I ever would use a different brand, but if I put a Dante video source that wasn't AMX,
correct,
it would feed straight into this?
That's absolutely right? And that's a big story because AMX and most companies have been trying to lock people into their brand. You buy one encoder or decoder of this brand, and that's the only encoder decoder you can ever buy again, right?
Okay.
With Dante AVA, as long as you buy something else that's Dante AVA compliant, it is stream compatible in our ecosystem with encoders and decoders. And cameras are a good example. We don't make a camera now, so go find a Dante AVA camera. We have some here on the stand.
Yeah, I was going to say that on the Madison stands, there's PTZ optics with Dante AV.
Yep.
So
connect that into the network and decode it at
no encoder at that point required.
You don't need a separate encoder. That's correct.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Cost effective.
Absolutely. And it doesn't lock you in, right? If for some reason there's something that you need in your solution that we're not providing for you, if you can find it in a Dante AVA compliant product, go get it.
Seems to be a really cool thing that all the Harman brands, but certainly AMX now is really gone open source, playing nice with others, and everything's just easy and you've just making it easier and easier to do business.
That's been our strategy for the last 5 years: is get rid of the walled garden, don't lock people in, don't win business by holding people's arms behind their back and forcing them to buy it. Win people's business by bringing great products with great features at a great price to the market. Yeah,
that's a great customer journey at that point, isn't it? You want to just go back. You just want to go back and keep buying them. So
exactly,
because of that perspective. There's also in this whole range, there's wall plates here, and within this, we'll come back to the wall plate specifically. But what caught our eye was the USB. In here. So we're talking USB-C here, but it's USB 2.0.
USB 2.0, so on the encoders there's USB-C that does video and audio and USB as well. There's also USB 2.0 connections on the boxes. And we support completely independent USB 2.0 routing just like our audio and video stream. So you can route USB 2.0 from any decoder to any decoder.
Sure.
Regardless of how you're routing audio and video from encoders to decoders, you can route USB completely independently over the network from any decoder to any encoder.
Right.
And it gets
so it
better
doesn't
than
have to be the one where the encoder is with the HDMI. You can actually take it from way over there.
From anywhere. Right. And it gets better than that. We call it a network, a virtual network hub for USB.
Sure.
So if you have 2 or 3 decoders, you can have USB 2.0 devices connected to each of those 2 or 3 decoders. All of those USB streams can be routed back to a single encoder connected into your laptop, and your laptop sees all 3 of those USB devices as though it were connected directly into the laptop.
Ah, that's really cool.
It's really great for rooms that you use different ways. Maybe you've got a display on a long wall and a display on a short wall, and sometimes you want to use it one way or the other. You got cameras that cover both scenarios. You have both of those cameras connected to different decoders, but using the same encoder at the table. So you route that USB back, and now you get camera bars, PTZ cameras, any USB 2.0 device.
This thing's feature-packed. Absolutely feature-packed.
And we're not done.
We're not done. No, I don't feel like we've even scratched the surface yet. So we're talking, coming back to this wall plate here, one of the things that, I'm an installer, I'm an integrator from way back, and what drives me nuts is cable just coming in the back, like just...
Right.
Now this one's coming in the side. And
I wish I had one to show, but the network cable comes in at an angle even from the top, so that you don't have to have a lot of headroom, but more importantly, you don't have to have any room for a bend radius out the back of the box. So as long as the box fits in the wall, you don't have to add any additional leeway for a cable bend.
Got that base covered.
You just plug that right in. And while we're talking about wall plates, this is an encoder wall plate, which is nice at tables and stations like this, but there is also a decoder that is a wall plate, which is really nice for clean installs behind the display. So if you've got a fixed display someplace, you don't really need to get a box and strap it to the back. You can put a nice decoder wall plate just cleanly installed in the wall.
Sure.
And get the decode that way. And that decoder still has USB 2.0, and it still has serial and IR control
all the IOs for that.
All,
so
all the things that you need.
You can turn your TV on and off and all those things that you need to do. Super, super cool product. What else? What am I missing? There seems to be heaps more to go.
One of the big features that we haven't talked about yet is the dual streaming capability of the S boxes, the N2600 boxes. Sure. So not only is it supporting the high quality, low latency stream, 4K 60 stream, there is also a simultaneous 1080p or 720p, H.264 or H.265 video stream. Simultaneous.
Right. Simultaneous with the 4K stream.
With the 4K stream. So whatever content you're sending out 4K, you're sending out H.264.
So what are we going to use that for, really?
So that's really useful. We have customers that take our N2400s, our previous series, and our N3000s, our H.264 series, and they bundle them together and loop out video because they need live, high-quality video in the room, but they also want to do a lecture capture solution to a recording device. Or they've got a satellite campus maybe, and they want to get the video content to a satellite campus. High bandwidth, 780 megabit per second, not something you want to send 10 miles away. So you have a convenient H.265 stream that you can send over the network. You can send it up to YouTube or Facebook or any live streaming
RTP
platform.
Or anything like that.
RTP, RTSP, you can do secure as well. So simultaneously, and it not only do the encoders encode simultaneous, but the decoders, not only do they decode, obviously, our high-quality, low-latency stream, they can also decode H.264, H.265. They can't do it simultaneously. You pick one or the other. But a great thing there is if you have other H.265 content in the room, like an IPTV system or a signage system or something like that, you don't need another decoder at the display. You just route that H.265 content into your decoder box, into your N2600 decoder. We decode the H.265 right there and show it on the screen. You don't have to figure out how to switch HDMI ports on your display. It's all taken care of.
It's all taken care of. That's simple. So one of the things that we come across in the field is you put a decoder in there and you're trying to get your network switch and everything working and up and running, and you're still trying to work out if you haven't got an image.
Right.
Have you solved that problem?
Yeah, we've run into that as well, and we have solved that, we think, or we've given you a great tool to help you solve that. So inside the box also, we are constantly taking motion JPEG preview images, little snapshots, 720p snapshots of the image. Not only the image that's coming in on the HDMI input on the encoder, but also the image that the decoder is getting from the stream that it's being delivered.
Right.
So
that's really handy.
It's motion JPEG, so it's just a URL. You just point your web browser, or you point your touch panel. You have a button that points to a URL on the touch panel, and you can see the content that your encoder is getting. You can see the content that your decoder is getting. So if you see good video on the motion JPEG preview on your encoder and decoder, but still have a black display, you know there's something wrong between the decoder and the display. Beyond that, we are one of the only, I think, maybe the only company that also offers what we call playlists on the box. And you can customize those playlists to show whatever content you want, and you can set those to automatically display under certain conditions. So for example, if you lose video on an encoder,
I can see
you can have it play a predefined image that says, please connect the HDMI port, please connect the HDMI cable to your laptop at the table. Because you know that there's no video content, so instead of just showing a black screen, we can show
splash screens and
something.
Do all sorts of stuff.
We can also, at the decoder, if something's gone wrong with the stream, if there's a network interruption, the decoder understands that, and it can show a message that says, you know, network interruption, please contact IT or something like that. But there's up to 9 playlists that you can have in each encoder and each decoder, so you can even do certain signage type applications.
I was going to say, a digital signage sort of simple
when a
signage.
space isn't in use, you could have a playlist that is the lunch menu, or you could have directions to the cafeteria, or
super cool.
You could tie it into an emergency system. This isn't going to be certified as an emergency appliance, but you could tie it into your emergency system. So when you have a fire drill, you could trigger it. It's all open API. So you just send the right command to it. Recall the playlist that says, fire alert. Please safely exit the building or something like that. That's
really clever. One thing AMX is actually really well known for in a lot of your stuff is your security, So you've no doubt you've still deployed that mentality.
Yeah, we've thought a lot about that. In fact, this is the N2600 was built from the ground up to go through our U.S. government JITC certification, which is a pretty strenuous security testing process that we go through. By being able to do that, other countries have similar security testing processes that we can go through, and we know we can cover those. So everything in here is locked down secure. You can encrypt anything and everything. So you can configure it such that there is absolutely nothing going in or out of the box as it is encrypted.
Wow. Sounds like this is the AV over IP box of...
It really is, and I'll make an additional comment there. Dante AVA supports encryption as well. And as long as you stay within the Dante AVA space, those can be encrypted too. So with NDI, you're sort of left not being able to encrypt anything. But with Dante AVA, you can actually have encrypted content from third-party devices. And we can decrypt them and show them.
That's super, super, super cool. Have we? We've probably missed so much stuff out of this. It's such a powerful little box. And we've kept the serial ports, the IR ports. You can still do USB HID. And that's even a separate stream, so you can route USB 2.0 one way and USB HID a different way if you've got someplace else you want to get the keyboard and mouse. We could probably talk for a little while longer. There's some other little pieces in there. The web page user interface has been completely revamped for usability, for a modern look, for a web-friendly design and a mobile-friendly design. Long list of improvements. And I know the crew at MadisonAV are really keen to. They've gone really keen on the pricing. They're trying to get this moving in Australia. So it's really good to.
For the price, you cannot find this kind of feature set for the price. I mean, this is priced at that's a network AV box kind of a price. But you get the holy cow, that's got a whole lot of features box.
Awesome. Mate, really, really cool to unpack this with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
If people want to know more information, where do they go?
They can talk to their MadisonAV folks. They can go to AMX.com. And all kinds of information available.
Find heaps of stuff. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Guys, check them out. Come down, MadisonAV. If if you need to talk to them, find your local rep. This is a great product, and I'm really excited to get my hands on it myself.